Hello boys and girls and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Now in the last episode we were dropped off by a flying thing. Now we need to continue and find out what's wrong with the Zoras. So, one thing we can't do yet, I'm afraid, is get the Howling Stone. Instead what we need to do is drop down and just head upstream. We can't get across there because the water level is still too low. So just keep on going up here and you will find it no problem. So there are some keys here, but I honestly would not worry. I find it easier to, if they do get in the way, feel free to, I'll probably end up killing one or two of them just to get them out of the way. Otherwise, just get straight past them. Yes, so everything's frozen. Now, do you remember in the Gora on Death Mountain, a huge boulder tried to drop on us and kill us, and I said it would come in useful? Well, guess what? We're at that section, but not just yet. So, head straight forward. As you can see, there's platforms designed specifically for my jumping. So, just jump up, and you're fine. So, keep going up. Watch out for that because, yeah, that's a... So, stand here, and there's another section right here, so jump. Just be careful there. I completely forgot about that, if I'm honest. So, jump up, and just keep going. Oh, and I'm down. Okay, that was my own fault. I got too cocky. So, okay, and I can't get past this bloody rock. Okay. There we go, get rid of that because it's in my way and I feel like taking out my frustrations on it because, you know, why not? So now that that's fallen down, it should not be a problem, thankfully. So, yes, just keep going. Turns out you can break this. I didn't know that. I've never tried before. So there you go, learned something new myself. So once again, jump up here. Unfortunately, that bit is, it's a bit perilous really. It's a hell of a drop. So with that, head straight into Zora's domain. Now when you get in here you want to put your sensors on because you will see something a little bit strange. Oh, once you've killed these three, obviously. Okay, once again this is one of those where you need to kill one and then two. Not a massive problem, but it does stretch it out slightly, which if you ask me shouldn't, but there you go. So get them in, both nice and dry. Oh god. Because I hit the wall, it knocked it out. It knocked out the combo. That's very frustrating. Yeah, so I do apologise, this may take a little bit longer than I'd liked. So there we go. So now we have a portal open here and one at Death Mountain. Now we can fix the problem here. The funny thing is actually there's something inside that rock that we have to set free later on as well. So yeah. So yes, I'm going to grab these hearts just to fill up. And there you go. The Zoras are frozen. That is not good. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty bad. Okay, so we are going to help these people right now. So, talking about thawing them out, and we'll come back later. I know exactly where we need to go, so do not worry about that. So talk to Midna and warp. You want to go back to Death Mountain, because this is where we need to get the rock from that is still hot and drop it in the ice, or rather smash it into the ice, at which point we will be able to thaw the Zoras and also raise the water level. It all helps. So if you take a look around, the rock is right here and it's steaming. So tell her to warp and teleport back to Zora's domain, and with that we will free the Zoras and raise the water level, which also means we can get to the Howling Stone, which is awesome. So, with that bit done, we can now go and talk to the spirit of Hylia, the lake spirit. Oh, sorry, I'm muddling my words. The spirit of Lake Hylia, the third spirit we need to see. So as you can see, this comes crashing down. Thankfully it's open air, how about that? And yeah, it just frees all the water and doesn't cook the Zoras, which is surprising, to say the least. As you can see, everything melts, or rather just collapses, but essentially it's melting. And there we go. Once again, Link has saved the day. I think it would have been at this point, if I was the main boss, I would have gone, yeah, you know what? I need to step up my game. So now we can check out the souls here if we want to. There's no real point. They don't have anything to say. They're all just panting and things like that, so don't worry about it. Instead, what we need to do is follow the river back to Lake Hylia and go and see the spirit. So she tells you exactly what you need to do here. So, oh, of course, I forgot about this section. Beautiful music, by the way. This is amazing music. So I do go quiet on things like that because the music is absolutely fantastic. I do love the music in this game. It is, in some respects, it is absolutely breathtaking. So yes, with that little cutscene played out, we will now head back and go and see the spirit. So yeah, as she says, just let the spirit, the flow of water take you. Just keep dashing and you'll be fine. Although Link's howling appears to say otherwise, but he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Now the cutscene here plays out and sends you all the way back here. The funny thing is, that's not actually how it happens if you go there again. You end up being able to take different paths and things like that. So yeah, it's a bit strange. So let's go and see this spirit. And in this episode I will be restoring the, or hopefully have enough time to restore everything back to, oh god, I meant to do that. So, the last of the spirits of light consumed by Twilight. Tears of light, blah blah blah. We've done this twice before, you should know what to do by now. Yes, 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 we get it. So, with that, let's get on with this. So, we're going to collect a couple around here first. Actually, we're going to collect quite a few around here first because there are two here to start with. Or is it three? It might be three. It's three. Okay, so first things first, head up this way. So that's our first one. Now you want to head over here. Oh, beautiful. Another... Mind you, we need this warp zone. We do need this for later on. You will find out when we get to that part. So, we need this warp zone. So, let's kill these. Let's get rid of these things again. For like the 100th time. I'm going to try and bring them all close and get it all done at the same time. Because God knows it'd make life easier if I could. It's not going to let me, is it? So I'll tell you what, we'll just get rid of these two. Like that. So with that, there you go. Okay, so they're dead. And that's our next war point for us, which is great. So with that, let us continue and get the bug from up here. It tries to dig away, but if you're quick, it won't have the chance. So now the next one is in a bit of a pain of a location because you've got to swim to it and you're not very fast at the minute. So just head over here, following the path as far as you can. And then you just want to skip in the water. There is of course a Zora there. If you want to talk to him, you can do, feel free. I'm personally not going to bother. If you follow this path, this sort of in and out of the water bit, you will clear this a lot faster, which just makes life a little bit easier for you. So this one is flying, so wait for it. And there you go. Now, what I am going to do is do this bit first, because it's annoying. You want to use that to call one of the birds, or rather the shadow bird things. These are probably the most annoying tiers to collect because of how you've got to get them. It is very annoying to collect these, but it needs to be done. So what we will do is actually skip this because we've already seen that part, and skip that because we already know what happens there. Midna jumps on and takes us away. You've seen it before. Now there are, is it 2 or 3? There's 3. So you need to put your sensors on and just head straight for them. Now, bit of advice for you. Lock on and then just press A and don't touch the analog stick. Okay? Do not touch it. If you do it that way, it will automatically guide itself towards whatever it is you're locked onto. It makes life so much easier. I struggled so much before knowing that little trick. So yeah, don't try and steer yourself towards them. Let the game do it for you. Now what you need to do is wait, because it will get back in front, and you need to keep up with it. Unfortunately, this one's been a bit of a pain. There we go. And with that, okay, try and avoid the water if you can, because I think it'll knock you off. Instead, just go around it and just keep going. So they are the 2 harder ones to get, if I'm honest. They're the ones that aren't very fun. Now, you're only going to see 11 on the map until after you've collected the last one. Now, the last one for us is going to be the one in Castletown, I think. I think that's the way I do it. I'm pretty certain it is. So, once again, just head for the doorway over here. We can also pick up the Howling Stone now, because the water level's raised, so it's lifted up the bridge, which is great. That's just what we wanted. So, as you can see now, the bridge over here. Oh, you need to talk to her. And she will complain about the bug, and that's where your first one is in this part. So just turn around and attack it. And there you go. So with that, jump across here and collect this next Howling Stone. Stand here and listen to it. Okay, we will be listening to their conversation shortly once I've done the Howling Stone. So it's bottom, middle, bottom, top. Bottom, middle, bottom, top. So let me just make sure I've got that right. It's bottom. Oh, excellent, nearly got it. There we go, that was quite simple. Okay, so once again we have to adjust the pitch right, but thankfully it shows us what it is now, so it's a lot easier. And then once we've returned this to its normal, once we brought it back from Twilight, we can learn a new skill, which is awesome. Some of these songs, or maybe all of them if you're good enough, you will recognise. So yes, he now once again will, but if you look at where he jumps, it gives you an idea of where he's going to be. Thankfully it does show you on the map anyway, but there you go, it does sort of jump in the right place where you're going to find him, which is cool. So, with that we now have a location next to Castletown. So, with that, if you run over here and jump down here, if you listen to these two, they say this. That is a very fast way to get back to Northern Hyrule Field. Is it Northern? I think it's Northern. I'm pretty certain it is. So, but we're not going to go that way yet. Oh, no, 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 no. We have other things to do. I want that one to be the last one because it is so far out of the way. Instead, go north and you will find a couple of the... Now, one of them is over here. This one can be an absolute pain to get, but is he actually going to... There we go. So that's that one collected. Now there is another one over here, which... Can you get up here? Yes, you can. And then there's one also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and I know... Yep, that's fine. That's exactly where I thought it was going to be. Oh, he's here. There we go, that got rid of him. And then you just want to head up. Okay, I was hoping for a heart, but never mind. Okay, so you just want to head up here. Or I might be at the wrong side, actually. Ooh, it's a chest. Let's go see what's in the chest. I can handle that. That seems pretty good to me. So, yes, I'm at the wrong side. You need to be over the other side. I do apologise. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a long one again. Oh, dear. So... If you head... Oh, sorry, if you let Midna do this... I don't know why I tried to climb up that. A lapse of concentration, I'm going to say. And, yeah, just follow this path all the way up. You can't miss it. Now, here... we'll be coming back here later on to find Poes. Again, the Poe hunting section, I will be breaking down and rebuilding the footage there, just so you're not sat waiting for ages for me to find one Poe. It will just all be done pretty quickly, I hope. So, jump across here. We are nearly done. Unfortunately, this way is a lot longer than the way we took last time. The way we took last time took less time. So, head into the Zora fountain bit, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. So, the bug is over there. I believe he's actually on the wall, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? It certainly is. Okay, so he's there. Let him come down to us. And there you go. So now we just need one more. We're going to warp for it. No, we're not. Sorry. Completely forgot I hadn't got the teleport to Castletown yet. Okay, so following the waterways, let's go to Castletown. So you want to just follow the river down again. Makes life so much easier being able to do that. And yeah, just keep going. And eventually you'll get a current that will speed you up a little bit right here. And then with that we need to go through the tunnel that was mentioned earlier, where they said Prince Rallis went. And yeah, that will lead us to much closer to Castletown. It'll actually pretty much lead us to Castletown. So just head through this tunnel. There's nothing to do here. It just teleports you to the other side. There's no... when I first went through here, I was kind of hoping for a little, you know, a little dungeon bit to go through sort of thing. But no, it's just this. So you want to head to the right hand side, and then you just want to leg it all the way to Castletown. Now I believe this might be the area, this might be the time when we get the portal, which would be awesome if we could get that. If not, never mind, it's not a big deal. So just keep on running. I do apologise, this is going to be a much longer video than normal. This one might actually be half an hour, so it's a one-off, but yeah, there was quite a lot of talking and stuff in it. If it just got to the point, it wouldn't have been too bad, but that's not the case. It's still a fantastic game. So just head directly for Castletown. You can see the wolf there. He's up on top of the box, but we'll talk to him when we're actually Link and not Wolf Link. But there you go, now you know where he is. Oh joy, it's this part. So yes, this will be a longer video, I'm afraid, guys, because the last tier is not as simple to get, and then there's the cutscene, which I don't want to break up. So yes, we have another one of these to fight. So if you bring them all close, there you go, job done. That went smoother than I expected. And with that, we now have a portal to Castletown, which will come in very, very handy. So, let's get moving. So you just want to go back to where I showed you last time, before we, well, where I showed you before, where the tier was, before we even started collecting. It will still be there, so do not worry about that. And then we can warp back to Lake Hylia to capture the last tier, which is on something a little bit bigger than your average insect, but you'll see that shortly. So head down here, and there's the tier. Now Midna will talk to us. Where could the last tier be? And as you can see on the map, it's already back at Lake Hylia. So if you take the portal to Lake Hylia, we can now begin getting the last tier. So as you can see, there's something in the water. That is our last, in quotation marks, insect. Yes. It's a bit bloody big to be an insect, but that's not the point. So, it's a very simple fight, this one. There's nothing too challenging about it, so don't worry, you're not going to struggle here. Or at least you shouldn't, with me as your guide. So, head over to the wreckage, and then simply put your sensors on. Now, there are boxes that I think will probably contain hearts if you need them. I never have, so yeah. I like to stand on this bigger platform over here. This one just here. This is where I like to stand because it just makes life easier. And there we go, the last insect, which is absolutely humongous. Now this fight is very simple. It'll charge like that, so let it come in. It will go to swing and a miss. Press A and do some attacks. Now what it will do is it will start charging through the water using its electricity to try and knock you off. I wouldn't worry about it, it's only ever managed to knock me off once, so yeah, I wouldn't. So as you can see, it'll take a wide berth and then it'll try and come back. And then it'll start flying again, and then it'll do the same procedure again. It'll come in for a swing and a miss. Well, okay, it didn't miss that time. Yeah, so don't lock on because you can't move properly. But you need to lock on when to see where it's coming from. But yeah, you get the gist of it. So, it will do a long, wide turn when it's ready to charge straight at you. Here it is, here's the charge. And there we go. So, wait for it to come for us. Move out the way. And there we go. This should be the one. Yep, this is it. So now what you want to do is you want to stand here and charge up your spin attack and then just let it go. And there you go, boys and girls, that is that boss finished. And we have our last tier. And so with that, we can now free the spirits and see the cutscene. This is exactly why I'm not cutting this video up, because this cutscene is rather good.
With my power.
Well, boys and girls, I don't know about you, but that was one creepy cutscene. So yes, that's the end of this video. I'm afraid it is a little bit longer than normal because there was a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, if you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. So, boys and girls, ladies and gents, take care of yourselves.